Hello everyone, welcome to News Science Deccan Valley. I'm Priyanka Rudrappa. In a boost to the Aam Aadmi Party in Karnataka, retired IPS officer Bhaskar Rao joined the party in Delhi today. He had retired from his service in September last year. A native of Bengaluru, Mr. Rao has served in a number of prominent posts, including that of Bengaluru City Police Commissioner, Commissioner of Transport Department, among others. Mr. Rao, thank you so much for joining News Science Deccan Valley.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What made you quit service and join politics?
It is only an extension of what I was doing, and my canvas was limited. By joining a political establishment of my choice, whom I respect very much, my canvas has only increased. Police is always associated with people's problems, sadness, tears, and distress. And not all problems we are able to solve within the police department. So this new canvas will give me an opportunity to expand the horizon of my service.
Why did you decide to go with Aam Aadmi Party and not Congress or BJP?
I have seen all the political parties of Karnataka inside out for the last 3 decades. And I was very unhappy with the way they project themselves as well as how they conduct themselves over there. Aam Aadmi Party is the latest party to join the political landscape. And the last 7 years track record of Shri Arvind Kejriwal inspired me to be a part of this development journey rather than engaging in distracting issues or digging up the past and calling names, etc. Aam Aadmi Party does not believe in insulting, humiliating individuals over there. Its mantra has always been development and progress.
Mr. Rao, you are the first candidate the Aam Aadmi Party has inducted into the party ahead of the assembly polls in the state. Being a native of Bengaluru and having served in many departments, do you think your experience will come in handy to the Aam Aadmi Party in making inroads into the state?
I will try my best to give whatever I have learned, and it is payback time. I have already served for 32 years, and my passion has been creating young leaders, creating leadership among the youth, and inspiring them to be a part of the political process, and negating the image of politics, which is often associated with lies, hatred, and other kind of negative thoughts over there. We want to bring a lot of positivism. We want to bring in young, educated youngsters who should come forward. And I'm also inviting software engineers, management professionals, finance professionals to take a 1 year or a 2 year sabbatical and get into public life. If they're interested in electoral politics, so be it. Otherwise, at least they can come and be a part of governance.
What are the top 5 issues that you think will matter in Bengaluru? What is your vision for the city?
Now we say that it is very safe. It is safe only in the physical form over there. I have seen how people get cheated over here, how accident victims are not treated properly because our infrastructure is bursting at the seams, how garbage still remains a huge issue, and how public transport is so chaotic over there, and we are trapped with archaic rules and regulations over there. And there are a host of issues, especially water issue in Bangalore over there. And if you look at Bangalore, spread around about 700 square kilometers and 180 lakes. So there is a lake or a water body less than 2 kilometers from wherever you stay over there. So there are a huge number of issues we need to tackle. But unfortunately, corruption and most amount of corruption has robbed Bangaloreans of their right to have a neat and clean city. Bangaloreans need much better than what they are getting because all this is pilfered, plundered, looted, and taken away by unscrupulous people.
Absolutely. Bangalore is being done without an elected council since September 2020. What are your views on that?
Bangalore is an international destination. An international destination should have a certain level of infrastructure. If it is robbed of that, the quality of life in Bangalore will start deteriorating, which we have been seeing. There is going to be a flight of capital, flight of intellectual capital, and flight of all the good things that we want. So it is high time that we address these issues instead of trying to have a piecemeal approach for all these things. Whatever is being done by BESCOM, BWSSB, and main civic providers, there has to be a complete integrity in their implementation. There is so much of interference with a lot of extra constitutional bodies poking their nose into the whole thing and snatching and taking away the pie, that very less goes into development. All this happens because of weak leadership. The leadership means business and it can act tough. These extra constitutional bodies will not wag their tails and take away the resources, precious resource of Bangalore.
Mr. Rao, the BBMP, BESCOM have been blamed for a number of accident-related deaths and civic issues in the city. The Aam Aadmi Party has said that it plans on prioritizing the needs of the people. Do you plan on taking an active part in raising such issues in the city?
It is all a question of leadership, madam. It's all a question of leadership. If you have a very weak, soft, and leadership that does not have respect for people, any amount of money, any amount of resource will only get frittered. It is not going to be of use to anybody over there. So this is what we have been seeing. We have been seeing so many accidents. The cause has been civic administration. Has anybody been published? Nobody. Has anybody been punished? Nobody has been punished for that over there. So people also take all these things very, all this our adjustment politics and adjustment administration, that's all. And unfortunately, the senior bureaucracy also has to fall in line because everybody has to save their skin.
After the controversy over hijab, Karnataka is witnessing more communal tension over ban on Muslim businesses near temples, boycott of halal meat, azan. What's your stand and AAP's stand on these issues?
I always believe in a very inclusive society in which people should be respected. Instead of creating walls amongst ourselves, where neighbor is hating neighbor is doubting another neighbor over there. I believe in creating a very congenial atmosphere. It is up to the administration to make such an environment. If they can't make such an environment over there, what kind of future are we giving to the next generation? It is vitiated with poison and completely sort of creating some kind of a heightened sense of fear among everybody over there. So this should not be there. And we have all lived in the past. These are all not new issues over there. If you have got something good to talk about yourself, talk about it instead of talking about these kind of things, which already been in progress for quite some time. There's so much we can do as and I was as a commissioner of police in Bangalore city over there. I had the opportunity of interacting with a lot of diverse elements over there. We are an international destination, so diversity has to be accommodated over there. It is true. The majority are perceived as being cornered, but what I would say is that majority's views also should be respected. Minorities' life also should be have their way, and there is always possibility of living together in peace instead of living in fear, living in doubt, and living in a threatened atmosphere. This does not augur well for our next generation. We cannot. Earlier we were talking about terrorists, Bhayotpadaka. Who is a Bhayotpadaka? One who is manufacturing terror over there. You don't need a person from across the border to come and do it. We can manufacture terror at home. We can manufacture terror on our streets. We can manufacture terror in our neighborhood over there. If we stop manufacturing terror ourselves, and manufacturing terror is not just wielding arms and having AK-47. You can manufacture terror by your mouth, by your writing, by your behavior, and by your gestures, etc. So let us not create fear. We have all lived in so much of harmony, and if at all somebody has got any issues over there, nothing like collaboration to set it right over there.
Right. So what are some of the hurdles you're looking at going ahead?
We are a new political party and we mean business. We want to bring about a very positive change, and we especially have a lot of respect for the participation of women, youth, and all like-minded people in the process of democracy. Democracy should not get hijacked with money power and with caste power over there. This party has clearly shown how very, very ordinary people have been able to make a mark in both Punjab and in Delhi also.
So are you saying AAP will be able to replicate Punjab model in Karnataka?
That is what AAP is all about. It empowers very, very ordinary people. You don't have to belong to a dynasty. You don't have to belong to a moneyed family. You don't have to belong to a very major community. If you have to win people's trust, you have to win people's trust. Of course, social engineering is important. I don't deny. If I say that, it will look very hollow, but definitely there is a space for goodness. Otherwise, we are surrendering all goodness and we are only swearing by money power and caste power. Aam Aadmi Party has shown that it is possible to be elected without money and without that kind of a draconian caste coming into the way over there. It's a great hope, and youth are particularly very positive about this development. Otherwise, we have to just surrender to mafia or surrender ourselves to those people who have had a head start, or those who have been making money the other way, illegal way. And honesty will have no price. Honesty has got a price. Honesty is going to win. It may take some time, but it is possible to do it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, for joining News 9.
Thank you so much. Namaste.